Hello, this is Tom Tuning, and I'm going to take you through a overview of the Tivoli Foundation's Service Manager 1.2 demonstration, which is on Tide AG. From this panel, you can see that the demonstration consists of three virtual machines: a launch machine, which simply exists to handle the remote desktop connection from the outside world; the Lotus Foundations machine, which is running Tivoli Foundation Services Manager 1.2, and an XP client, which is used as a control machine for when we want to do remote control or to show remote diagnostics. Alright, so I'm going to click on the remote desktop connection to start our session. Click Connect. Alright, when you first log into the hosted environment, you'll get greeted with this panel. This is just a welcome page to help you get started. It tells you basically some things that I already said. The fact that we're running Tivoli Foundation Services Manager. It also tells you some of the passwords, so when you want to log on to the different machines, you know how to do that. It also tells you where you can find some more documentation, or if there's any known problems that you might want to be aware of. Alright, from the favorites menu, you can see that we've just got two selections here. One is we'll log you into the Tivoli Foundations or Lotus Foundations general interface here, and from this interface you can see you can also log into the administration console to see how Lotus Foundations looks and how you can control it. Alright, so the password is root smartway. And from this screen you can see the general status of the server and the things that are running on the server. If you go down here to add-ons, you can see that we're running on top of the Lotus Foundations something called IBM Foundation Services Manager 1.2. If you were in the need to upgrade or put patches on, you can do everything from this interface, and you can control the machine from this interface. For example, this is how you would shut down or reboot the Lotus Foundations machine. This Lotus Foundations machine also serves other purposes, but for our demonstration purposes, we were not be concerned with that. Alright, so let's go to the welcome page for Foundation Services Manager. As you can see, this is the standard welcome page. We now support many languages in 1.2. The main users that you'll use to show this presentation, you can see by just typing SD to begin with, and it will show you that there's a SD admin, which is the main admin machine, an agent, which will be used to process service requests, and an SD user, which can then be used to open service requests and incidents and so forth. So let's log on as SD admin. Again, the password is smartway, just to take a look around and see what we have. Alright, from the main Service Desk Administrator Start Center, you can see we have some favorite applications so you can go directly to incidents or problems or solutions and so forth. We've created a couple bulletin board entries so you have something to look at. There's one change in progress, so there's some scheduled items there. You can also see that we've opened some service requests as the SD user. Alright, if you look at the go-to menu, something new for 1.2 is there's now some asset information that you can do. There's also a way that you can do a quick scan of your environment so that you can quickly get CIs, authorized CIs into your environment. And I've ran that already. I'll just show you really quick how you would do that. You would just simply set up a DNS server and then set up this configuration discovery to a particular subnet. And in this case, I just picked out my lab subnet and I scheduled it using the scheduler here. And once you do, you have to do a select action reload after you make these changes and save it. And then once you run this, then you will then get some CIs into your IT infrastructure. So I ran this. So now if I go to the CI application, you can see some CIs that have been loaded into the system. One of the main servers we have in our lab is called Depot. So if you look at, if you want to filter, you simply type in a name of something you may be aware of, and you can see this machine called Depot, which is running Linux. You can click on these things and get some more details. The scan is a pretty high-level scan, so there's not a lot of in-depth information here, but you can see the standard things that are the operating system and the IP information. You can also use this for later on if you want to add information to these assets or these configuration items to get more information. So now let's go back to the Start Center and take a look at some of the service requests that have been entered in. So I've just hand entered some of these service requests, mostly from the SD user account, and if we logged into the SD user account, you can see there's some quick ways to enter service requests. So one of the first ones, we'll just pick the first one here, and for computer not working, right? So there's a computer not working thing here. And let's say this computer is called the XP client, has reported that this isn't working. So let's click to remote diagnostics, and administrator SmartWay needs to be typed in there. And this is going to bring up the remote control panel, and we're going to enter the XP client name, and that's going to remote desktop to that third virtual machine in this environment. So from here you can do whatever you need to do to address a service request if somebody is calling in about complaining that something isn't working and so forth. You can go to settings control panel, or in the case that I like to do is I like to go in here and change the performance settings to change, the virtual memory settings or something like that. So just to show that you can do something, you can go in here and change some virtual settings. Now, once you finish diagnosing your issue here, you come up to here and click this button, and when you say quit, it's going to actually download a little movie of what you've just done and add it to the record here. And and then you can also use that movie later on. You can attach it to solutions and so forth. Alright, so let's go back to the Start Center and look at one of these solutions that I've added something to. So if somebody is looking through the solution database here, and of course there's only 3 because I just typed these in, but the Windows system is running low on virtual memory, let's say. So I went through, and you can get some information here about how to diagnose the solution. This demonstration, or this Foundation Services Manager, was based on SRM 7.2 and not 7.2.1, so therefore we do not have the full rich text capability in that product, but we do have the ability to change colors. And if you go down farther here, you can see you can have some surveys baked in, and if you look at the attachments, you can see that one of the movies I created earlier, I was able to go in here and change the description of the movie and attach it to the solution. So if you click on this solution, it'll go back and it'll start the remote control session and show you exactly how the last person went through and fixed this particular problem on a user in your network's environment. So I think that's a handy feature for attaching small movies or descriptions of how things are fixed to service records and solutions. Alright, I'm going to close that. Click OK here. Go back to this Start Center, and that's about all I wanted to show for this introductory video. I hope that helps, and happy demoing.